he had just been released from jail.
3 of the 4 tires have been flattened.
Welcome to Viral Twist. This guy just got out of jail, stole a car, and drove like it was a Sunday parade. Cops followed slowly.
Good morning. Well, the danger is if he has a weapon. There's obviously 2 people in the car we can see from the shot from the helicopter. But the fact is, and it's interesting, he was coming up here on the left where they're breaking intersections to slow and stop traffic at the intersection he's crossing. But it's highly bizarre. He's got the tires that are out. You got bicycle riders now that are
Trailing
approaching
him
on the left. It's become a comedy scene, which oftentimes it does. In this particular case, I saw him drinking some kind of a liquid out of some bottle or a can.
Yeah.
He's just casually driving down the road, not a care in the world, and he's obviously not yielding to the officers who are following and those that are then moving ahead and blocking traffic at the intersection that he's going to cross. So this is one of the bizarre pursuits from the city and the county and the state of California.
Well,
it's highly bizarre what's happening with him right now.
Well, his
You see
demeanor.
the gestures.
Yes, his demeanor is just so nonchalant.
It's very, very bizarre behavior, and he's sitting there having obviously a passenger, whatever conversation they're engaged in, and he doesn't have a care in the world. He's obviously not speeding. I don't know how he can with the situation with the tires, but you've got an army of officers, the vehicles. Now you have another police vehicle that's going to be passing on the left. What they're doing is going up to the intersections to block traffic to make sure that no innocent party gets involved in this. Well, it's uncertain. You don't know if that other person has a weapon. You don't know if the other person's been kidnapped. There's no idea. You see the intersection blocked down, all the police cars that are there blocking the intersection, and he'll pass through this intersection. Then they'll move ahead. He's just, he's not speeding, obviously. He's not yielding. He's just like a parade. It's just like a parade going down the roadway. And the intersections are blocked off by all the units. And as soon as he passes, just like they do a motorcade, if they do a motorcade for head of state, they block the intersections. Now, normally on motorcycles, I don't see any motor officers out there, just officers in cars. Then the helicopters overhead, and he's just casually going down the roadway. Everybody's watching. He's passed through it safely.
This is not a hostage situation.
So this is coming to us from the police, so we can confirm that. The suspect in the car, along with his girlfriend, who's there willingly, and they're on the phone with the suspect's sister at this time.
And he doesn't want to stop for whatever reason. He doesn't want to yield to the police.
Well, at this point, he has, all this distance that he can go. They've cleared the road for him, basically, shut down the street. But at what point will police intervene? I understand they're a bit hesitant because of the reports that he's armed and dangerous.
You don't see any fire ignited, which oftentimes will happen when the tires give out. When you're riding on the rim, you'll see sparks and the fire could ignite.
Yeah.
But you have a whole parade of police cars behind this individual. The speed isn't increasing, it's not decreasing. Now you'll see another police vehicle coming up on the left. It'll take another intersection. So this is basically like a parade or an escort detail for a dignitary. That's exactly the way they deploy, and they take the intersections, except on motorcycles.
And we understand, actually, at least the reports we're getting, we haven't confirmed any of this, that 3 of the 4 tires have been blown out.
Mm-hmm.
And it's interesting that he's not sparking, that the wheels aren't sparking because you're running metal.
Well, it seems like he's going slow. That's
Well, he is going slow. He is going slow, but the fact is, you're rubbing on metal now, and that metal with the asphalt should be sparking. But maybe he's going slow enough where it's not happening.
Now,
eventually, he'll run those rims down to the bare metal. There'll be nothing to run on.
Have you noticed when we were doing part of this pursuit, covering part of this pursuit, the driver's side window was down. Those windows are very darkly tinted.
We ended up in Westminster when we picked it up. We picked up our coverage with Vinnie Mac up in Skyfox. So for those of you who are just joining us, a suspect with his girlfriend in that vehicle. Girlfriend is in the car willingly, we're told by police. They were earlier, perhaps they still are, on the phone with a suspect's girlfriend.
Suspect's sister.
Suspect's sister, excuse me.
Yeah.
The girlfriend is sitting next to him. And we're told that he had just been released from jail. And apparently this is a stolen car.
3 of the 4 tires, we've been told, have been flattened. So he's either on the rims or will soon be on the rims at this point. And Dennis Zine, who is a former city councilman and former LAPD, is with us, and he's sort of doing a play-by-play, if you will, of what's going on here. We have been told that perhaps there is a weapon in the car. We don't know that for sure, but apparently, at least by some reports, a gun had been spotted. And Dennis Zine, I've often heard, and you are former LAPD, so you can confirm or debunk this, but I've often heard that law enforcement is particularly concerned about any pursuit, but especially any pursuit that lasts longer than 60 seconds, because the longer things go, the more anxious and perhaps the more escalation you get with these things. Is that true?
Well, there's adrenaline when the pursuit begins. There's a lot of adrenaline, and then as it continues, the adrenaline starts to dissipate, start getting more control, getting more units. This now at this speed, there's probably not much adrenaline from the officers that are pursuing. It's not a high-speed pursuit, but initially when you get in a pursuit, that adrenaline's pumping, and you want to watch that individual, you want to watch the other traffic, you want to watch for pedestrians, you want to make sure that no innocent person is involved, and you want to apprehend that individual who's fleeing in a safe manner. So what you see in this particular situation, going on almost an hour, those officers are very calm. The demeanor is appropriate, and they're just going to follow this until he decides to stop or the car gives out. But if he just got released from jail, he knows the system, and he's gone through it before. And whoever owns that car, obviously they don't want to see that car damaged, because that's their pride and joy. So how he got in that car, how he got the girlfriend in the car, and how this whole thing began is going to be questioned through the investigation. But one way or another, he's going to be going to jail. She may be going to jail along with him, if she's a willing participant, and not stopping if they've committed some crime prior to this situation where the pursuit began. But as you see, there's a whole army of units behind as we continue down the roadway, and there's no parked traffic, there's no pedestrians. Again, this is an ideal situation for spike strips, but obviously they've deployed those. That hasn't stopped them. Pit maneuver, that would be ideal location with the speed, with the conditions. But again, you've got that concernable weapon. So the officers are very calm, but the first 60 seconds, that tells the picture, is there going to be a high speed, is there going to be a low speed, what are the other factors, are there children
Dennis,
in the car?
it looks like he's slowing down there.
Yes, he is. You've got some good camera view. The people in that helicopter are doing a great job with the camera view. If you'd open his sunroof, we'd have a good view of him inside that car.
And
but the windows are up.
It has
The windows are
stopped.
up. Now he's stopping.
Now the question is he going to stay stopped?
Well, does he have a choice? The car might not go any further.
Well, unless it's run out of gas, because he's been running on those rims, on the 3 rims.
Right.
He's got that one tire. So now we've got to stop. So they're going to hold back.
The window's
They're
down.
not going to approach.
His
He's
arms
hanging
are
out of the window.